Yo. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Es cuando yo me enteré de las cláusulas que pone tu paisano. Porque shout out Natural Berry Stain. The Big G. Got some jazz going on. I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it there, whatever. Right, the main point is the Sunday markup today. I just finished, literally just finished. This was GBPUSD. But actually, let me start at GBPUSD. We'll go back in time. So GBPUSD, you can pause it and read it. You can pause it and read it. That's what I'm looking for GBPUSD this week. Hop into the monthly. So on the monthly, we're over at bullish. Let me grab the. All right. So on the monthly, we're obviously bullish, and obviously I think we had talked about this. I had talked about this last week. The price tested 121 and failed to continue to break lows. Now this monthly candle might actually close bullish, meaning that price is gonna continue to the upside, or more than likely gonna continue to the upside. Now to the weekly. You can see on the weekly, we had a strong ass bullish engulfing candle above a previous demand zone and previous strong supply zone. This zone gave us 600 pips to the upside and 600 pips to the downside. I definitely see price. If we can break definitely above this, you can see this is kind of like another mini zone over here. This one gave us 300 pips to the downside and it gave us 400 pips to the upside. So maybe something like this, the price can break above and continue, or either, I mean, this is gonna happen, but then here we have to either wait for this or wait for this. So now let's hop into the daily. So the daily, we're ranging between 128 700 and 130 100. That's literally, I think I even talked about it. Literally just beautiful waiting game now for this range. All we have to do is just wait. Price overall bullish. Definitely price retest below. We could get some sales into the buy, or just wait for the buys, or wait for price to break above. Very simple setup, to be honest. All we have to do is really just wait. Now let's go into GJ. You could pause it and read it. So now let's go into the monthly. The monthly, obviously, we were bullish, but we're turning bearish. But I think I only put bearish. So you can see we're obviously overall bullish, but right here, this previous strong supply, we're still right below it. I need for price to break above it, maybe on the bullish engulfing candle, maybe this week. If it could break above 195, we might flip bullish. But I definitely do see price doing something like this. If we can break below and continue, then maybe here we could have a trade at 180 because it's a strong demand. And tested it again, it showed no strength because if it didn't fail to break the highs. Let's hop into the weekly. Weekly supply respected at 199. Supply tested and respected, and then we came back to test this demand zone, which was created here at, damn, why does it keep on turning white? At 188. Price tested, came back to 195, which was that strong supply. This is where we're at right now under it. So we could kind of even see a bullish trend right here. Alright, there's buyers in the market that still have not gotten out. On the daily, you can see we're trading right below 195, which is a strong zone. What I'm looking for maybe on the daily is if price can't come back above something like this and continue to the upside, and if it stays below, I think there's a little mini zone right here on the 4 hour which we're gonna go over right now. But I definitely see price continue to the downside to test 188 as the first target. Let's hop into the 4 hour. You can see this is the one that I was talking about. Right, you can see a mini, not mini because it's overall bullish on the 4 hour now. Bullish turning bearish because of this candle over here. Bearish engulfing candle below 195 on the H4. And if we break below this is going to be new break of structure, and we could create a lower high below it, and that would be a nice signal to sell. Or we could wait for price to break above 195, bullish engulf again, something like this, and start buying back to the upside to 199. Another waiting game on GJ. And then it was, I believe it was USDCAD. USDCAD, you could pause it and read it. You could pause it and read it. To USDCAD. USDCAD is looking pretty sweet too. On the monthly, you can see, like we mentioned last week, strong supply being respected at 147. Now we hop into, well, actually before we hop into the weekly, I believe that price is gonna come test 139 and continue to the upside, possibly, right? But I could only predict, we could really only predict this meltdown to here, and that's still possible. It's not that it's for sure gonna happen, right? It can either do this, continue to the upside, or it can break below and continue to the downside. We would have to wait, and this is on the monthly, so it's gonna take about a couple months. And now we hop into the weekly. So in the weekly, we have this strong bearish engulfing candle right here. After we tested 147. Price broke structure, another bearish engulfing candle below this support at 142,700, and now we're kind of trading above 142,700 and between 145, which are two strong zones. Let's hop into the daily. You can see there's two strong zones because price is failing to break above 145 twice, twice, and then failing to break below 142,700. Once, twice. It did break below this time, but it broke back above. And price obviously failed to break above 145 and came back to test 142,700. How many times after it broke above? 1, 2, 3. You can see every time it's getting weaker. I think I talked about the weaker thing. It is getting weaker. It's not getting stronger. No strength. You can see because if the price was really bullish, should have already flown here after the test, instead of just creating weaker buys. So I wouldn't even want to buy till price breaks above maybe 145. But now we hop into the 4 hour, and on the 4 hour or the daily, we could get a nice bearish engulfing candle. It would be nice sales. But I mean, buys could literally technically still kind of happen, at least to this high right here, which would look something like this. But I'm not saying buy right now, because if you do buy right now, your stop loss would have to be, obviously you can't even buy right now, the market is closed. It's freaking Sunday. And my phone is not zooming in today. It's Sunday. Your stop loss would have to be 80 pips, which is insane. That's not even good risk to reward. So even though price could continue to fly, I'd definitely much rather wait for a better entry and possibly just trade GJ and GBPUSD instead, honestly, if price does not break below this. Which actually, let me set an alarm just in case it does break below, right below 142,700. Then, last but not least, UJ. Monthly bearish, weekly bearish, turning bullish. You can pause it and read it. Up into the week, onto the monthly for UJ. And the UJ, I think, is looking a little bit better than USDCAD. You see, we failed to keep on breaking highs at 160. Respected the supply over here, respected it again. We're respecting it currently. Hop into the weekly. We had a huge drop after testing 160, but we failed to break below 140,500 and expected this demand and went back up to the upside. Failed to break highs again, tested this supply, melted again. That's what we started creating these weekly zones, weekly key levels. We can hop onto the daily and see them better. You can see price had a strong supply below, strong demand above, We're currently above it, but right here, this is what I'm waiting for. Price is above this previous strong supply and demand zone. Obviously, buys above could give us buys above again, but I would want price to break. Damn, dude, this you're gonna. There it is. I would want price to break above here. Give us a bullish engulfing candle, give us a higher low, and continue to the upside. Or obviously the break below. Break below 149. Continue here, and then here we would possibly be having another trade at 147. Maybe buys back to the upside, or sells, break below and sell below to 4,500. Now back to fucking work. Peace and love. See you next week.